This is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film. And today I am thrilled to be speaking with the spiritual life coach, BRI DEMEO. Hello, BRI, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing so much better now that I'm speaking with you. I took a few deep breaths before coming in to our interview. I love, I love anyone, let alone a professional like yourself, but I love anyone that has the ability, the craft, and the wherewithal to tap into their spiritual line. Um, and I'm curious to know for you, Bree, was there an aha moment for you when you realized that you wanted to become a life coach, or was it something that you were kind of always doing throughout your life without even knowing there was a job title for it?
Yeah, for me, it was something that just came really naturally to me. Like you said, it was like something I was already doing and there wasn't a title for it. I did go to college and study psychology. So I'm a creative, but I had always planned that like later in life, I would get my master's and I would be a therapist. So last year, I was thinking about getting my master's. And one of my friends had become a life coach. She had launched her business and she was like, no, girl, like, don't get your master's, be a life coach. Like, you can help so many more people. You're not confined to your state. You can share with people what you've been through and your traumas and how you overcame them, whereas like a therapist can't do that. And she kind of just really opened my eyes to the fact that I could really help a lot more people by going in this route instead of the whole therapist route.
Well, that's incredible that you did go after the route that you did, because not only it takes a certain empath and person of the planet to be able to do what you do, but also I'm just thinking about these last 18 months, where on one hand, I know so many people, artists and or not artists, and I feel like everyone in some way, shape, or form has one, had to move through grief and trauma, and two, became reacquainted with their younger selves, whether it's to forgive them, to meet with them, to check in with them, maybe for the first time ever. I'm curious how you feel your work and that what you do is more needed now more than ever.
Yeah, of course, with the state of the world, with the pandemic and everything,
Yeah.
it was a really big time that people were sitting with themselves for probably the first time in a really long time. Everybody was go, 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 clock in every morning. They're clocking in every night. They're going home, feeding their families, going to bed, or they don't have a family, going to bed on their own. And, you're kind of like in that routine, that go, go, go routine. And all of a sudden the world shuts down and everybody has to just sit with themselves,
Mm.
which people don't do very often, right? Or maybe have never really done. And so I think a lot of people started really finding themselves more and started like unpacking all of the different trauma that maybe they hadn't necessarily tried to handle before, swept under the rug. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to go do this, and didn't deal with it. And it's like everybody had to deal with their shit. Like that's like what happened. So I think it was like a really big time just in general for humanity to kind of connect with themselves. And like you said, like your inner child, start healing that, because the inner child is like where our reactiveness comes from, and where, where we get triggered and all of that. And so people got to like kind of start healing those and understanding their own triggers, and, you know, being able to move from there. And I think we've had a really big spiritual push as an entire
Mm.
humankind in the last few years, whether it's on social media or in your bedroom. Like, people are starting to really open their eyes to themselves.
And I think that's a really interesting way you put it. I love that. I think there has been a spiritual push, because no longer did spirituality become a political talking point. For so many people, they found spirituality in a new way of dealing with life, trauma, grief, death through spirituality. And I have to say, in researching you, I love that in addition to helping people as you do one-on-one, you are known also as that spiritual bee. And your TikTok, I'm kind of obsessed. You have close to 20,000 followers. Was this something that you really activated during the pandemic? And just talk to me about how you are making what you do like digestible for even just like younger people who might be like, oh, life coach, or blah, blah, blah. Like, you're that spiritual bitch. Excuse my French, your words, not mine. And I effing am here for it.
So, well, TikTok happened for me a few years ago. I was actually sick. I had really bad allergies. I was modeling and acting in LA at the time, and my agent dropped me. I was working as a waitress. I wasn't allowed to come into work because my face was like blown up. I had these crazy allergies. So I lost my job, I lost my agent, I lost pretty much everything, and I had to just confine myself to my house. My doctor was trying to tell me I had to give my cat away because she was like, it was a whole thing. And I was just like very alone and at home and bored. And I had always made like silly videos for myself, but I never posted them anywhere because I honestly didn't know about Vine at the time. If I did, that would have been a whole different thing, but I didn't know about it. So my little sister was like, you should download Musically, which is now TikTok. I was
Right.
like, okay. She's like, you should post your videos there. Like, that's what like the Vine stars are going to do now that we don't have Vine. She was like, I think 11 or 12 at the time. Okay, like these kids, they know what's up.
Right. The kids know what's up.
Yeah. So I started posting. I was doing comedy sketch videos at the time. And I
Right.
started posting, and I gained a pretty big following, immediately. My following came to me. And then in the last year, I've pretty much rebranded all of my content to be spiritual bitch content. And like you said, not everybody can like digest, oh, you're a content creator or you're a life coach. Like these things are like not really something that people have been for a very long time that
Correct.
people know about. So it's a little like, oh. So I kind of clown on that, and I take things that might sound really bitchy, and I turn it around and I make it spiritual. So like, you can't sit with us. Like, I know it appears there's space at the table, but we can't hold space for you.
I
Have
can't
a
wait
great
to
lunch.
I can't wait. It's like the new bless your heart, but you do it like with spiritual lingo.
Exactly.
As a director, I'm so here for it. And also what I love so much about you being so self-effacing about it, I think it also allows, dare I say, a part of this spiritual push that people have been going through. You make it relatable, Brie. Let's call a spade a spade. And I'm sure you've been told this, but you make it relatable for those who might be a little, a little hesitant with, and let's call a spade as well. It's less about the whole life coach thing. It's more about their fear and tapping into maybe some deep, dark emotions that's going to be uncomfortable. And you allow them to, it's like almost like with this TikTok, you're setting the terms about what you're about. You meet people where they're at, no judgment zone. If they want to deep dive into the serious ish, you're here for it. If you just want to like get jokey and get them like revved up and make it be like, I'm not here to bite, I'm here to be with, I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
I just love what you do, basically. That's my
Thank you
soapbox
so
moment.
much. Thank you. I so appreciate it. It's really fun for me. And that's kind of why I always have made content, is because it's fun for me. And then the feedback that I've gotten has been so beautiful. People reaching out to me, oh my gosh, you're so funny. I come on here just to smile in the morning and this and that. And it's like, if I can put a smile on somebody's face and have fun, like, why not? It's harmless.
I want to let everyone know, for more on the incredible BRI DEMEO, you can read more about her right below this video. And BRI, what I also love so much about you is that you're creating a safe space for that BRI who was dropped by her agents, who was told she couldn't come into work with a puffy face, was told by doctors to change her lifestyle, probably like literally on your last penny, but you went inward and then went outward, and you're spreading your love, your light, and your craft to and with and for others. I think it's effing inspiring.
Oh, thank you so much. I so appreciate that.
Really. And I'm glad that we're connected now, and I can't wait to get this interview out there I have so many friends, especially within this industry, who are a little spiritually lost right now. And I think they need like someone like you, someone who like literally can remind them of a friend or a best friend or like their big sister to be like, I got you. You know, and it's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful what you do.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, my approach is I got you. I'm here to hold space, but I am a little blunt. Like I said, I'm a spiritual bitch, so I'm gonna tell you how it is too.
But with that smile and have a good lunch.
Yeah, have a great lunch.
Have an amazing day.